Today we're going to talk about the Lucy 3D QA Phantom, and I just want to start by saying thank you all for being here, giving me some of your time. I know we're all in a very weird circumstance, but we're making the best of it, and hopefully you're spending some time with me here today is productive for you and informative for you. So one of the things that we often ask ourselves is, well, first of all, here's some of the charming faces from standard imaging. I had actually wanted to start today with a video to actually say hi to stop some of the social isolation we're all experiencing, but I couldn't figure out how to make that work. I am not a technical genius, but I'm the one here with the bright blue background. This is me. These are some, but not all of my colleagues. So like to show you our nice, friendly faces. We're keeping things going in spite of COVID-19. Just to let you know, our production and shipping departments are still at the office, experiencing physical distancing, which is not a problem in our production department anyway, as they are very spread out. But we do want to keep things as normal as possible for you, and knowing that your needs still need to be met no matter what's going on in the world. Which addresses kind of the question of why we come to work every day, or why we choose to log in and work from home these days. And really it's about if anybody we know gets diagnosed with cancer, we want to know they're getting treated properly, that they're getting treated with the best accuracy and precision out there, which is why we serve you every day. So we bring that passion to work with us, and we hope that we are providing you with a great partnership and making sure that you get the tools that you need to do a fantastic job. As far as I'm concerned, medical physicists are the unsung heroes of cancer care, because if you didn't keep the Linacs running and working accurately, the outcomes would not be as good as they are. So thank you. So a little bit of housekeeping about today. Today's webinar is being recorded. Let me just double check that. Yes, we are recording. Good. For future use, and as long as you're on this, you will get sent the recording automatically. If you have any questions, please enter them in the dialog box, and I will address them at the end of the meeting or end of the presentation. And just a little bit about Standard Imaging. We were incorporated back in 1989, so just over 30 years ago. We're based in Middleton, Wisconsin. We had humble beginnings with our well chamber and electrometers, which I'm sure most, if not all of you, are quite familiar with. We have grown to the company we are today, where we design and manufacture a full suite of QA products for the radiation therapy market, focusing really on accuracy and precision, quality manufacturing for the medical physics community. And just a little note about myself, I've actually been with Standard Imaging just shy of 15 years at this point. So half the entire existence of the company, I've been part of it, which is really exciting. It says a lot about the strength of the company, and the fact that we're never bored. This ever-changing market is exciting and fascinating, so I love to be part of it. Most of my time at Standard Imaging has been part of the sales team, but 6 months ago I moved to product management. So I'm fairly new in my role, and Stereotactic Phantoms is one of the product lines that falls under my purview. So hopefully we will be interacting in lots of different ways going forward. So I'd like to start with, basically asking the question, or the question that you guys must ask yourselves if you are either starting a stereotactic program or moving up from SBRT to SRS. What are our goals, especially as far as QA is concerned? And I'm sure that it is overall treatment accuracy, which means positioning accuracy as well as dose accuracy, and the question of validating imaging, planning, and treatment systems to make sure they're all working to the best and to the tightest tolerances. So the Lucy Phantom is definitely the gold standard used for end-to-end testing of the entire stereotactic treatment chain. The precision manufacturing of this phantom allows the user to verify cumulative uncertainties along that treatment chain to within 0.1 millimeters of accuracy. We accomplish that by having much more stringent production manufacturing tolerances, but ultimately to be able to provide you with that 0.1 millimeter accuracy with the Lucy Phantom. We accomplish this by using a variety of inserts that have precisely known volumes, geometries, and distances for accurate measurement. We work with each customer to tailor the best Lucy package for your department's particular needs. There are quite an extensive variety of inserts that can come with the Lucy, but we work with you to tailor that to meet your needs and budget. So Lucy is also, I want to say, uniquely designed to lock the phantom and inserts into place. This is what facilitates reproducible setup and measurement to those incredibly tight tolerances. So the whole idea is that you treat the phantom the same as you would a patient, putting it through the same processes of scan, plan, treat, and verify. And that would start with the imaging system, CT and or MR, that first step in the treatment chain. It's therefore important to provide a variety of QA just for those imaging systems. For CT, for example, we have the marker cylinders here. We also have two types of irregular volume inserts. We have CT densities here. This is air, the blue is water equivalent, adipose, fat, trabecular, and cortical bone. Of course, this isn't the full 19 density plugs, but this is an excellent spot check on when you're going through that process QA, imager QA. This is a nice thing to just get that good spot check of that range of densities. And then we also have a distortion grid here. So some of the CT scan tests that you may want to include in your QA protocols is to test various scan thicknesses to find the optimal thickness for SRS imaging, testing spacing, distortion, and phantom orientation. So then we have matching MR inserts. We have the mineral oil filled marker cylinders. We have that same isocentric irregular volume insert that's used on CT and MR. And this is the other three irregular volumes. These are filled with mineral oil. The CT ones are just air gaps. We have the MR signal generator and an MR grid, distortion grid. When I talk about, the precision and accuracy of Lucy comes from known distances, geometries, and volumes. One of that is, for example, the marker cylinders, CT and MR, they're an exact 5 millimeter center BB to center BB. There's 4 or 5 BBs in each one of those cylinders. Those cylinders are placed 60 millimeters apart within the phantom. Their regular volumes, shapes here have known volumes, which again, you're testing against. So what do you do with those? You've imaged on CT to CT or CT to MR. You can do those image fusion tests. And then you also can do your marker match to make sure that those are matching accordingly. I will say that the other reason that we use irregular volumes, as you can see on the slide here, is that it's very quick to identify if there's any misalignment errors. Even though we do have these circular shapes here, if there's a rotational issue, an arc on a circle is an arc on a circle, and that doesn't tell you very much. Whereas these irregular volume inserts will do that very quick and easily. Okay. So when you plan and treat to these various targets, some of the things that you're testing in your system QA are organ volumes, manual versus auto segmentation, for example, contoured volume versus standard volume, or versus a DVH isodose volume. You can test out dose models like Monte Carlo, conventional, or pencil beam. You can also test the treatment plan and systems limitations for small fields and accessories and couch modeling. So the plan on the left is an image from the plan to deliver 4 conformal arcs on an isocentric target. And the one on the right here is targeting the largest irregular volume from that insert. So of course, once you have scanned, planned, and treated, you need to verify how that was the delivery of that. The verification of the treatment is done using film and or a small ion chamber or detector. Note that the detector insert here, as the film insert, they are 1 cm thick, which means the outer diameter of the detector that you wish to use must be less than that 1 centimeter in order for us to be able to lock in place. And again, when I'm talking about locking, that's one of the unique things about the Lucy Phantom here. You can see this protrusion, it's actually a lock that makes sure that the detector is in place, so you never have to worry about an air gap or a chamber displacement. I put the box around this over here because this is another way that you can orient the detector. You can place it on the side here. That works really well if you're going to use our D1V diode detector. You would put it in here, then rotate the Phantom so that the diode is perpendicular to the treatment beam. And again, you're doing that rotation. You don't want anything to get displaced, which is why a locking mechanism is very important. So in the verification, 2 of the best detectors out there for doing that verification of your small fields are the W2 scintillator here on the left. It has a 1 by 1 millimeter fiber with a KQ of 1, which means you're not perturbing the beam and you're getting that incredibly great resolution of 1 by 1 millimeter. The X-rated A26 chamber is also unique in that it is the only micropoint detector manufactured to reference class standards. We say that because and it has been shown to do that because it's made entirely of low Z materials. So you don't get some of the, here's my highly scientific term, wonky effects that happen with other micropoint chambers, including our ever popular A16 chamber. There's polarity effects and other types of effects that go on in those small fields. Using the A26, you end up with a predictable response curve. So it's like using a farmer type chamber, but for your small fields, which is highly valuable. Now, one of my absolute favorite parts of the Lucy Phantom is what we call the 3D volumetric target dosimetry kit. That kit actually includes all of these items you see on the screen and allows you to really do that whole plan, scan, plan, treat, verify. So on the left here, you have what we call our multimet insert. You use that together with the hidden Winston Lutz cassette that's included with the Lucy Phantom, giving you 5 targets to scan, plan, and treat against for your multimets. The middle one here, the blue, is water equivalent material. The black is high contrast bone material, which means it images very well. And these are extremely tight target and avoidance structures for a treatment planning system to recreate. So they're an excellent test. And then you have the multi-layer film stack, which you can then use to do a tumor volume study. You can also align the plates so that the film crosses the center plane of each of the fiducials in the multimet insert in order to do that verification with film. So that's what I wanted to say about that one. Here we have an image of that C-shaped target that's planned for delivery and then verified with the film or micropoint detector. The multimet insert has, like I said, the 4 nonlinear, non-coplanar fiducials in it, plus there's the 5th target in that hidden Winston Lutz cassette that you can also use for planning and treatment. In this case, we're just showing 2 of the targets, which when we performed a comparison to planned plan to measure, we found that they had a pass rate of 2%. 2 millimeter was over 99%, and the dose to agreement was less than 2%. And I have to give a shout out, thank you to Anil Sethi from Loyola University, who did this particular testing for us. And a shout out also to Tobin Hyman. I'm not sure, can't remember his location anymore, but he was also very instrumental in testing out the multimet insert for us. It's a great example of physicists have a problem. I want to get Element software from BrainLab. I don't know how to commission it. I'm not going to buy it till I know how to do that. Bring that issue to Standard Imaging, and we work to develop that and test it out with clinical users. It's something that's very important to us and something I love to coordinate with our customers. So you also want to do end-to-end sort of process QA. You can do that here on the left. You're using the hidden Winston Lutz target. Again, like I mentioned, it comes with the Lucy Phantom. You're imaging that, planning to that target, and then of course you can verify with the film cassette. We also have a Winston Lutz pointer that locks into the standard precision base, and this also locks to the lock bar of the couch. So again, you have your reproducibility when you're doing that test because you've got your positioning accuracy. The Winston Lutz test, you can then automate the analysis of that using our PIPS Pro software. So just to summarize about the Lucy Phantom, whether you're using it on its precision, standard precision base, locked to the couch lock bar, or you lock the Phantom or the pointer into the isocentric coordinate system using an interface, or you're ensuring that the centroid of your detector's collecting volume is in fact at isocenter, you can be confident that you are performing your stereotactic end-to-end QA with the best precision and accuracy using Lucy. So I open it up to questions, and I know that that takes a little hot minute sometimes to get them typed up. So I will let you do that. And in the meantime, I just wanted to let you know that I've put my email address on here for a couple of reasons. One, if you're like me, questions will come up once we're off this webinar. Feel free to email me. I'm happy to get your questions answered. Also, if you have a moment once we're done with this webinar, it would be great if you shot me an email and let me know if you found this information helpful and useful to you, and or if you have any comments or constructive criticism about what I can do to improve this in the future for you, please feel free to let me know, because I'm all about making sure that I'm improving and providing you with the best content I can. And I also wanted to just mention that given our bizarre world circumstance at the moment, I know many of you have a topic, a little bit more time at home, a little bit less distraction from the clinic because you are working from home. If there are particular topics of interest that you would like us to present on, again, shoot me that email and let me know. And we will do our best because we want to keep serving and supporting the medical physics community as best we can during this strange time. And lastly, since we know that so many meetings have been canceled or delayed, if you, in fact, were a person who had a poster or a presentation that you were going to give, and that has therefore been canceled, let me know, shoot me an email, because again, we're very happy to help bring that content to the medical physics community using our platform. It's very easy to host any speaker, and we are definitely looking to amp up the number of webinars we provide to the medical physics community to really fill that void that we're all feeling right now. So if I can get my mouse to go back over here and check the comment section to see if there are any questions. There are none that I can see. So I think I gave everybody plenty of time to write as I was chit-chatting away there. So I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who took their time out of their day to get a closer look at the Lucy Phantom. Feel free to reach out to us if you need more information. and let us know how you're doing. We want to know what we can do to serve you in this weird time we're in. So I wish everybody a fantastic day, and I look forward to your emails. Thank you ever so much. Bye-bye.